Hello friends, this is Chadha from Astrohealer channel. On the 18th of August, Mars is transiting from the sign of Leo, getting into the sign of Virgo, and this transit is going to be for the next 45 days, counting from the 18th of August. I'm here to speak about the impact, the result of this transit on each lagna and each rashi. But before I go forward with my prediction, I want you to understand what is the planetary position. Whenever I talk about planetary positions, I always consider three major planets: Saturn, Jupiter and Rahu. Three planets which are very important. And if you look at this chart that I want to show you, this is going to be the position where Mars, which is here today, will get into the 6th house, which is a very good position. But then it is looking from 8th aspect, it is looking at Rahu and Jupiter both. It's looking at its own sign, and the 4th aspect, 1, 2, 3, 4, is in the 9th house, that is Sagittarius. Also, Saturn will have aspect, it already has, a retrograde Saturn is having an aspect on Rahu and Jupiter both. So I can say two planets which are impacting Rahu and Jupiter both, which is again into a Guru Chandal Yoga. This position for a mundane astrology is, I would say, both positive and negative. On the positive side, yes, there would be a lot of new energy, new feeling, new changes can be seen, especially to do with the judiciary of any country for that matter. Justice. Retrograde Saturn is already, which was impacted by Mangal today, Mangal having a direct aspect on Saturn. Saturn would be completely out of this aspect, and Saturn will start bringing out few things which were hidden. Jupiter, on the other hand, having an aspect on Sagittarius, the 9th house, which talks about justice. You will see a lot of actions in justice. Now, let's talk about Mangal having, Mars having a aspect on Rahu. I have always seen, and I have told you this combination always brings more of accidents, fire related, electricity, airplanes, aircrafts, or some tensions on the border, explosions. You will see a lot of violence in few places, maybe people on the street, and so on. Now, keeping this placement in mind, let's begin with how it's going to impact each one of us according to our lagna or according to our rashi. So let's begin with the first rashi, Aries. So friend, for the sign of Aries, let us understand that Mars rules your lagna itself, and it rules the 8th house, and it is transiting into your 6th house. It shows that your enemies of lately have been troubling you. They will not be able to harm you anymore. If you are fighting a legal battle, if you are into any litigation, it could be in your favor. Also, it's a very good time for recovering from health. So in a way, I can say it's a good time for your health. But you have to be a bit cautious, bit careful, attentive towards your father's health. There could be a change in your workplace, or you may plan to go abroad for your work. Your expenses, yes, would increase, will rise. You might feel a bit irritated, aggressive, dominating, which may create some conflicts with your colleagues, with your friends, and even with your family members. This was all about Aries. Now, for the sign of Taurus, see, Mars rules your 7th house and your 12th house, and it is taking a transit into your 5th house. Now, this position, this transit says that people who are into romantic relationship may become a bit possessive, insecure, which may lead to a bit of aggressiveness and conflicts. Not a very good time for married people. Couples may get into some arguments, so it's not a very good time for them. Stay away from extramarital affair. Also, not a very good time for expecting mothers. If you're expecting, please take care of your, during pregnancy you have to be a bit careful, because this is the time when things might go a bit wrong. Students who are studying abroad will have a successful time. Good time for investment, good time for business, gaining profits. So in that aspect, this transit is quite good for you. Now, for the sign of Gemini, Mars rules your 6th house and the 11th house, and it is getting into your 4th house. Now, this position, this placement is a very good time if you want to invest, buy a property, maybe an apartment, or even a vehicle. This is an excellent time, I would say. There would be a bit of disturbance in your domestic life, family life. You may face some issues with your mother's health. This is a very good time if you are a businessman. Business will show a growth, expansion. Business partnership, if you're doing business in partnership, your finances will definitely flourish. Mars aspects the 7th house may cause a bit of a conflict with your marital partner in your married life. For the sign of Cancer, Mars rules your 5th house and your 10th house, and it is taking a transit into the 3rd house. Mars in the 3rd house is actually a very good position. You will be full of courage, energy, confidence, action. I would say your personality would be quite dynamic. You will be very good, bold, expressive in your communication. Working people, especially in mass media, communication, digital marketing, and even people in law field will see a very good time. Students will have a favorable time for their studies. If you are single, you will meet someone, you are going to bump into someone, a new romantic partner, I would say. Students who are preparing for competitive exams, a very successful period for you all. For the sign of Leo, Mars rules your 4th house, 9th house, and it is taking a transit into your 2nd house. In such a case, this transit says you will be very aggressive, very dominating as far as your communication is concerned. But you must watch the words that you speak. There could be some conflicts, arguments within the family members. Students will have a favorable time as far as the studies are concerned. You will be quite possessive about your romantic partner, which may lead to some conflict. Drive very safely, be careful. Chances of accident, injuries are there. You will get full support of your father or your fatherly like figure, mentor, guru, whatever you call. So good time for you. For the sign of Virgo, Mars rules your 3rd house, your 8th house, and it is taking a transit in your Lagna, in your 1st house. Now, in such a situation, yes, you will be full of energy. You will have a lot of courage, very enterprising, full of action. But due to some uncertainty in your life, you will become a bit aggressive and short tempered. That you have to take care of. Take care of health as well. And if you are driving, if you are traveling, be at your guard, drive safely. Chances of injury, accidents are there. Students, especially who are practicing medicine, it's a very good time for you. You will get full support of your mother. Mother will be at your side, by your side, sorry. Suitable time, profitable time, if you want to sell or purchase any property, it's a good time. For the sign of Libra, Mars rules your second house and the seventh house, and it is taking a transit into the 12th house. Now, this is, I will not say it's a good time for Librans, because you could experience unexpected expenses, unexpected losses. Not a very good time for investments, whether in property or in share market. Stay away from any heavy investments at least. Do not lend money to anyone. The money will not come back to you. Your enemies, yes, will not be able to harm you, but there would be enemies. Not a favorable time for your health, so take care of your health, do some meditation, some physical exercise. There could be some conflict with your partner, whether it's your life partner or business partner. You have to be a little cautious about it. For the sign of Scorpio, Mars rules your first house, sixth house, and it is taking a transit in the 11th house. Very good period for you. This position of Mars says that all your desires will be manifested. All your dreams will come true. You will spend a lot of time in meeting friends, socializing, going for parties, and so on. If you have applied for loan, a bank loan or any financial institution, your loan will get through and you will get it. Financial gain can be seen, increment can be seen, promotion can be seen, hike in your salaries is also possible. Students who are preparing for competitive exams, they will be successful. Litigations, court matters, any legal matter will come in your favor. For the sign of Sagittarius, Mars rules your 5th house, your 12th house, and it is taking a transit into your 10th house. In such case, I would say you will see a sudden change in your profession. You may think of doing something else, a transfer to a different location from wherever you are today, or maybe going abroad. Chances are quite bright. Opportunities from foreign land can come, some job offers can come, and you should grab it. Good time if you want to do some professional course, if you want to upgrade yourself, go for some certification, it's a very good time for you. In romantic relationship, love relationships, there are chances that you would meet someone at your workplace. So maybe you fall in love with someone who is a colleague, or you will meet the person at your workplace. You will be full of energy, a lot of confidence, dynamic in your personality, and the only thing that I would want to share with you is you have to take care of your mother's health. Be attentive to her health. For the sign of Capricorn, the Lord of your 4th house and your 11th house is going into your 9th house of fortune. Now, this is something that I see that you will spend a lot of money on some activities that I can call as religious or spiritual activities. Lot of you'll do some expenses towards that. Your expenses would also increase due to a lot of travel. You will be very confident. You will be very dynamic with your communication. Yes, but this time can make you a bit aggressive and dominating. I would advise you to maintain your temperament, especially when you are communicating with someone. Be cautious about the words spoken. Be a bit cautious, take care, be attentive towards your mother's health. This is something that I want to share with you. Now, for the sign of Aquarius, please understand the Lord of your third house and the 10th house is getting into the 8th house. So, both the houses, 3rd and the 10th, says that you may experience some disturbance in your professional life because the 10th Lord is in the 8th house. Also, you will experience some conflicts, arguments, disagreements with your sibling, 3rd house in the 8th house. You would be quite possessive about your investment. So you will be very careful whether I should invest or no. It's a good in a way. Your words, spoken words, your communication, the way you speak may hurt someone. You may have a conflict, argument, disagreement with your younger sibling especially. For the sign of Pisces, the ruler, the Lord of your 2nd house and the 9th house is in the 7th house. In such case, it is not a very good position for your married life. You may face some issues, some conflicts with your life partner. If you are single, you may meet a person that you may like or you may get married to. You may feel a bit insecure about your job. Your behavior might also be quite dominating, very aggressive in your nature. That may lead to conflicts. Health problems also may keep you a bit worried, especially your throat, the area over here. Health issues may also keep you disturbed because maybe some family member may have health issues and your expenses can rise. So be a bit careful with this transit especially. So friends, this was all about Mars transit into the sign of Virgo on the 18th of August. If you did like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon as well. Thank you.